Hey everyone, I wanted to tell you a story, and then I also just found this giant feather in my purse, and I wanted to talk about that too. I figured it's story time. This cracks me up because I have no idea where it came from. And so I was talking the other day about signs, and I was telling you guys how signs are like when you're on a marathon and there's people on the side of the road holding up signs of encouragement. That's what signs are. There's a lot of people who like latch on to every single sign, look up exact meanings, all this stuff. They can have exact meanings sometimes, and really you need to be the judge of that because it just depends on you and exactly what the sign is. Certainly some specific ones have a specific meaning, but a lot of the time, especially because the twin flame journey is a years long process, signs are just that encouragement and reassurance that you're on the right path, keep going, with angels encouraging you. But so because that's where I'm at, I don't need signs so much. I don't need signs at all anymore, to be honest. Spirit would be fine to stop showing me all these angel numbers and feathers and whatnot. And there's many other signs, so many different types of signs. And I have personal ones also. I don't need that to know what this is, to be reassured, I'm good. But Spirit will sometimes still give me them. And I have found that lately, Spirit is giving me big signs. Because I don't need the little signs, Spirit is we're just gonna hammer you with really big ones because we want to get our message across or whatever reason. I think I know what it might be and why Spirit's doing that to me right now, since even though I don't need it, but it just cracks me up this just cracks me up because I go in my purse to get some stuff out. I don't even use a purse anymore. I only use a purse sometimes. So I got home, I was taking out my essentials, and I find this giant feather in my purse. I'm where did this even come from? So that's something with feathers that's now, I used to collect them. I have Ziploc bags full of feathers because I won't throw them away because I consider it bad luck to throw them away or throw away signs that I save before union because I'm I don't want it to put anything out there I don't believe in it anymore. I'm not getting rid of anything until we come into union completely, and I don't need it anymore in any capacity. To me, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the word right now? Hold on. I can't remember the exact word, but basically I just consider it bad luck to throw out my angel signs until everything comes to complete 100% fruition. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, I don't pay super close attention to them anymore because I don't need them. And for whatever reason or whatever messages Spirit's trying to get across right now, which I should probably just ask them exactly what they're trying to tell me. But I think lately Spirit is bombarding me with these bigger signs to just force me to pay attention, since I'm good. I don't collect feathers anymore, even though I have bags of them that I won't throw out. One day I collected 800. I live on a lake, okay? It was molting season. So there's been, to give an example of this, if I come across them in some weird way, then I will pick it up. And I've noticed in the past couple weeks that I had some saved that came across in a weird way. They were on my desk, and then I was okay, I'll put them away. I put them away, and the next day or the same day, Spirit's here's some more, puts them underneath, right in my path or something, something in some way, or Victoria will come in and bring them to me. And that's to me what this was, that just finding this in my purse, where did it come from? Why? Please don't do it. So yeah, so there's some other stuff too, but I can't think of anything right now. But there's some other stuff too, that there's been literally Spirit smacking me over the head with them, like the time thing the other day. So this is what I figured, come on, tell you about this crazy ass feather that appeared in my purse. How did it get in my purse? And it's also fake, by the way. This is not even a real feather. So all the more reason, where did it come from? I asked Victoria if she put it in my purse, and she said no. Ooh, okay. So totally lost my train of thought. I got it back. The other day I talked about where I watched the time change from 11:09 to 11:11, and I did find out that it was a sign, which I did ask and was told specifically, like Archangel Zadkiel wanted to tell you it's time for ... But then I was also told by a friend that it was also showing me that there's a timeline shift happening for me, and that I was downloading 11:11 codes as well. So I thought, But yeah, like these really just like smack you over the head neon signs. I figured, let me talk about that for a minute. I do have some big ones from the past. Of course, I'm struggling to remember everything right now, but I got stories. So I can tell you some stories without even remembering all of them. So I do want to tell you a few real quick. Now, I'm talking about signs where you're like, how is that possible? Like, how did that happen? The very first big sign that I got was, I was driving and there was this weird light in the sky that I was like, what is that? It was unusual. The sun was setting. The sun was actually like already at or below the horizon. I knew it wasn't the sun. I took a few pictures of it, but I finally got a good one. And in the picture, it came out, actually I can show you. The picture came out stronger. The light was brighter and bigger than in person. Like it wasn't as obvious in person. Hold on. So this is the picture. It's actually even brighter when I'm showing you. Like when I look at my computer screen, this part is not as bright. Like looking at it with me recording it, it's almost, honestly, it looks like even more like God now than it does in person, because that white, like you can tell, like the center is so bright white that has no color at all. It's just white. And look at the shape of it. The shape is like a body. The sun was already down. And not only when I saw this picture that I took, I looked up the sunset time and was able to prove that the sun had already set from when I took this picture. Like that is not the sun. This is in the shape of a body and it is almost like the sun, but not the sun. And I was like, holy fuck, is that like God or an angel or Jesus or what? And I actually did have it looked at and was told that it is the most significant angel sign that that high priest had ever seen. Because like, to me, I feel like this is honestly like a guardian angel or Jesus in the sky. Like, and I believe that they were telling me like, everything's going to be okay. There was something significant that I found out a few days later. And I believe that that's why I saw that sign and took this picture. And I have it in several places. I have it on my computer, clearly. I have it in my car and in my bedroom, just to be like a constant reminder for myself that everything will be okay. And that same picture years ago, the one that I have in my bedroom, it was on my bedside table. I took a shower. When I came out of the shower, it was on my bed. It was on my bedside table. It was on my bed when I got out of the shower. And there was no evidence on the picture that my dog had like picked it up and moved it, because I would think that you would see saliva or teeth marks or something. There was no evidence that it had been picked up by my dog. So I was like, did you just come in and pick it up and move it? Were you giving me a sign? Another good one, stars are a personal sign for me as well, because early on the star card from tarot was like my favorite card because of the message. And so stars became a personal sign for me, and I get stars all the time also. And I used to get them more than I do now, but I used to get stars a lot. So one time when my daughter was real young, she was probably 7, 8, 9. I don't think she was 9 though. 7, 8. And I went in her bedroom one morning when she woke up, and you could see like she had just woken up. She was still rubbing her eyes, sitting up in bed, had not gotten out of the bed yet. And I looked down at her bedroom floor, and there was what I call them glitter stars. The size of them, they were bigger than normal glitter. They were, but not as big as confetti. And I call them stars, not because of the shape of it, because when they were spread out over her entire bedroom floor, it looked like the night sky. And this one, I walked into her bedroom, and I'm not kidding you guys, like they were covering the entire bedroom floor that was visible everywhere, from all the way around both sides of the bed. The bed was in the middle of the room, both sides of the bed, they covered the entire bedroom floor. And like I said, it looked like the night sky. I was like, Victoria, did you sprinkle these glitter stars all over your bedroom floor? And she's like, no, like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, she swore she did not do it. Like, she had no idea what I was talking about. And I'm like, how the fuck did this happen if she didn't do it? I mean, the only other possibility is that like she sleptwalked into it, but she's never sleptwalked before. But I'm like, how the fuck? Literally the entire bedroom floor. Like, I can't emphasize to you enough. And it happened again more recently. This time she did do it, but it was also an accident. But it would not surprise me if spirit caused her to spill them. Like, she said she accidentally spilled them. And once again, not the entire bedroom floor, but most of the bedroom floor. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Do you understand that was years ago, and we still find them all over the house? They have gone to work with me. They have made it all over probably the county at this point, because it was impossible to clean them up. Like, that was a big one too. I really did feel that was a sign also. Even if she did sleepwalk and do it, like maybe spirit made her do that. I don't know. But that one I took as a sign also. Like, what the fuck? Going back to the feathers one more time. And let me just add, I don't have OCD, but I have OCD tendencies. In fact, I will say that parts of this spiritual awakening journey have exacerbated my OCD tendencies, and I had to get control of them. Like, I definitely noticed that, and they affected me. So that's something for actually anybody to keep in mind, any neurological type stuff you might have come up. And it's not anyone or anything's fault. It's a stress thing. It's a stress thing. And, oh, hi angels. Literally ringing in my ear right now. Holy crap. Can we dial it down a notch? It's a stress thing. Spiritual awakenings are stressful. Your entire life is being turned upside down. Everything that you know and understand, not to mention coming to these realizations of there are things that are possible that you had no idea of what's possible. Like, I will say to people, if I tell my story, it's things that happened that are just unfathomable to people. Like, what? And I'm clearly, I'm totally good with it all now. I could talk about it like nothing. I've had people say to me, you talk about stuff like whatever, and I'm like, what? Holy fuck, what the fuck is she talking about? But anyway, so just keep in mind that when you're going through that stuff, it's shocking and it can be stressful at times. So you might have stuff get exacerbated too, that you will have to, that's just part of your healing process, working through it all. But anyway, so the time that I said that I collected the 800 feathers, that was probably more OCD. Even though I live on a lake, I've been told that I get way more feathers than normal, but I recognize that some of them are probably just me being OCD. But I do have a good feather story. Early on, again, in my journey, when it was harder for me to understand and cope with, I was struggling with some information that was given to me, it's just a lot to grasp. Just like I said, that everything is unfathomable. It's a lot to grasp and believe and, deal with. And so I was just struggling with something at a particular point in time. And I woke up the morning after and walk outside my front door, and the entire front garden area, it's not really a garden, but front garden area, the entire thing blanketed with down feathers from ducks. Blanketed. I've never ever seen it like that before, and I've never seen it like that after. And the ducks were nowhere to be found. That I took as a sign for sure as well. Holy crap.